Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I will share with you 10 easy and budget-friendly DIY napkin rings. Let's go ahead and get started. For the first one, I'm going to be using this ribbon that came from the Dollar Tree and one gray button. So first I'm going to cut out this ribbon, and after that I will go ahead and measure where I want to actually position the button. So the first I'm gonna just wrap it around this bottle of paint, and I will find a place where I want to cut out a slit for the button. So first I used a box cutter. It didn't really work, so I went ahead and cut the slit with my scissors. I cut a little by little. I didn't want to make this hole too big. When it was just right, I went ahead and got another end of this ribbon, fold the end, and then just started sewing the button. Just simple sewing, nothing fancy to it. And if you want, you can actually even hot glue it. You don't have to sew it. When I was done, I actually went ahead and got a little bit of hot glue on that slit that I created earlier, just so it doesn't fray, or it doesn't tear even more. And then after that, this project is complete. I actually cut out the other end of the ribbon sideways just to look nicer, and that's it. This is super simple napkin ring, but I think it's so elegant, probably because of the ribbon with the stripes on a ribbon, and I absolutely love it. I want to hear what you think about this one. For the second napkin ring, I'm going to be using this wire that I had on hand, and I actually took 3 strands of this wire, and I'm going to start actually wrapping it around this bottle of paint. First I twisted one end, and then I just started wrapping it, crisscrossing it. There's no really particular pattern until I came to the end, and then I actually twisted 2 ends, the beginning and the end. And then I cut off the excess and make sure I pressed it really well so nothing is sticking out, so nobody gets hurt. And I took it off of the paint, and that's it. This is the simplest project or simplest napkin ring ever, but it is so gorgeous. If you like some other colors like copper or gold, you can use that type of wire. This is what I had on hand, and I actually love silver, and I think it looks gorgeous. What do you think about this one? Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of amazing classes such as design, crafts, photography, marketing, and others. So if you would like to learn something new or just broaden your knowledge, this is a place for you. They offer video lessons and a class project. You can do them anytime. Most of them are less than 60 minutes long. I just took a class by Lily Singh. She was talking about social media success and how to make videos that people will care about. And I'm so excited to incorporate everything she was teaching in my own YouTube. Members get unlimited access to the classes, and it is less than $10 a month for an annual subscription. Skillshare has kindly offered the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click on the link in my description box will get a free trial of a premium membership. It is a great deal, and I highly recommend it. For the next napkin ring, we're going to be using this cork, a wine cork, and then a jute one. First, I'm going to poke a hole through the wine cork. I was just making sure the hole is big enough for this jute wine to, pull through. I just took a little bit of hot glue and put it on both ends of the jute wine. If you're doing this, please use finger protectors. Mine fingers are used to it already. And then I am pulling both ends through this hole. After that, I am going to take these 2 different type of beads, And then I am going to pipe them through the both ends of this jute twine. First I'm taking the little one and then a bigger one, and then I'm going to make a knot, or actually several knots all in one spot, because I wanted to create a big knot so the beads don't fall down. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. And then when I was done tying this knot, I am just going to cut off the excess, and that's going to be it for this project, for this napkin ring. Super simple, like all the other ones I'm going to show you today, and it is so beautiful. I believe most of us have cork, at least one wine cork in their home, and then jute twine or any ribbon. You don't really have to have a jute twine. So pretty much everything that I had on hand. So this was completely free. On to the next very simple napkin ring idea. I'm going to take this larger wood bead, and then I'm going to take this white cotton twine from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut off one piece, and then also I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on both ends. Now I'm going to take one end and pipe through the hole in a bead, and then I'm going to take another end and do pipe it through the opposite way. So you see me what I'm doing over here. And then I'm going to tie several knots on both sides, or actually both ends of this jute twine. So making sure it doesn't come out of the hole. So that's it. You see how simple this was? This was extremely, extremely inexpensive, simple, so easy to make, and everybody can do this. And I'm sure everybody has the supplies at home. So what do you think about this one? Okay, for the next one, I'm going to be using these decorative accents. They're actually wired paper things. They're used for flowers. I did not have a wired jute twine. I know I had it somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I just wrapped it a few times around the paint bottle, making sure that one side is a little bit narrower and the other one is wider, so it looks like a spring. And that's it. Look how simple this is, and I really, really think this looks so, so cute. It couldn't be more simple. It couldn't be cheaper. This whole package of these decorative accents was 98 cents, so this cost, what, 25 cents? And it looks so cute. Tell me what you think about this one. For all of you that are new, I want to introduce myself. I'm Jelena, stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. I love crafting. I love doing DIYs, and everything that I do is on a budget and mostly in a rustic style. I try to do some farmhouse touches, also modern touches in my projects. I hope you all like that. And for all of you that are returning, thank you so much for all your support. I love having you. If you're on a social media, you can look for me. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Come and say hi. Also, I want to remind you that my regular upload times are Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, unless there is a changes. And if there is any changes, I'm going to let you know in advance. On to the next napkin ring. I'm going to take one of these wooden dominoes from the Dollar Tree. I already previously stained it with this wood tint in a color gray, and this is how it looks like. And I cut out a little rectangle from it. Now I'm going to poke 2 holes, one on each end, using my box cutter and just this sharp tool that I had. If you have a drill, that will work too, but this is super soft wood, so there was no need for a drill. I'm setting it a little bit. Now I'm taking this a leather strip that I had on hand. I'm pulling one end through from the back and then the other end from the back as well. And then I'm gonna just tie the knot on the ends. And then that's going to be it. Look how simple this was. This was Again, very simple. It's just funny how simple it is, but how cute it looks. Now you can put guest name on this tag, or you can just leave it as it is. You can put any decor on it, like flower or anything that you want. I think it looks so beautiful, but with that letter piece, I think it really elevates this look and gives it a more high-end look. Tell me what you think about this one. For the next napkin ring, I'm going to be using this nautical rope, the white one, and I'm going to cut off just one, I don't even know how long it was, one piece. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue so it doesn't unravel. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie a simple knot. So if you know any fancy knot, like nautical knot, you can certainly do that. I just did a very simple knot. And then I unraveled both sides just a little bit, and I added a little bit of hot glue so it doesn't go any further. That's it. Believe it or not, that's it for this project. This is great for summer, for beach houses, or if you just want to do any nautical theme, or if you just like the rope looking napkin ring. I think it's so gorgeous and it's so inexpensive. Again, like 25 cents maybe. What do you think about this one? Okay, for the next one, I'm going to use the same decorative accents, and then I'm going to wrap it around the bottle. Similar like I did the previous time. And then I'm going to take a jute twine and I will get a little bit of hot glue on it, and then I will wrap it on a place where two ends meet. So I'm going to wrap it a little bit, maybe like in half an inch long. And then I'm going to take this boxwood picks greenery and a little flower, all from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hot glue them on top on that jute twine. And that's going to be it for this napkin ring. This literally looks like a ring, like an engagement ring with a flower. And I think it's so adorable. This is totally spring, summer looking. And I think it's so, so cute. Tell me what you think about this one. Okay, for the next one, I'm going to be using this wood dowel from the Dollar Tree. I cut it into maybe like 2 inches length, and then these 2 wood beads that I had on hand. I'm going to give this wood dowel 1 coat of this antique wax stain. And then after that, I am going to hot glue these 2 beads on both ends of this mini dowel. After that, I'm going to take this decorative nautical rope, the brown one from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to cut out a certain length, and then I'm going to hot glue 2 ends together just a little bit, and then I will fold them, creating kind of a loop, and I will attach that with a hot glue. I wanted that loop to be open, and you'll see in just a minute why. Now I'm taking this jute twine from the Dollar Tree, and I will add a little dab of hot glue just where these 2 ends meet, and I will wrap it. I will wrap it around until everything is nice and secured and stays in place. And then I'm going to add a little more hot glue and cut off the excess. And then now I'm taking this dowel that I created earlier. I am pushing it through this loop that I created, and then I am just taking another end of this nautical rope and just pulling it, or actually draping it over, let's say, and that way this napkin ring will be locked or actually closed. And this is so cute. Again, another nautical feel, but I really, really like how it looks like, and I think it's so, so inexpensive. Again, it took me maybe not even 50 cents to make this one. So as always, I want to hear what you think about this one. And for the last napkin ring for today, I'm going to take this wire that I doubled up, and I'm going to take these wood pieces, or actually wood square pieces from the brain game from the Dollar Tree. They both have angled holes in them, so I picked those that have angle holes, and then I'm going to fill out those holes with hot glue, and then I'm going to push the one end of this wire through one, and then leave it to dry, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other one, and I'm going to push through the other end of the wire. I'm going to leave this to completely dry, and then I'm going to take the antique wax, and I am going to kind of paint over this hot glue, because mine leaves white residue, so I wanted to make sure it's painted. And then for the other one, I'm going to take this Waverly chalk paint in a color ivory that's very similar to the raw wood, and I'm going to paint it as well. And that's it for this project. What I did, I just twisted these two wood pieces, or actually wood blocks, and then that way this was secured, the napkin was secured. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, share it, and if you're new, I would love for you to subscribe with the notification bell on, to also you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video. You guys go ahead and check out the description box for the link, and thank you all for being here. Tell me which one of this was your favorite, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.